Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm at the dealership in Bangladesh, Avi Trading, for the review of the most nicest looking Toyota LC250. And this is probably the first unit of Bangladesh that has a full Wald kit. This body kit with the wheels and everything make this car look much more nicer than the ordinary variant. And this is the first time it came to Bangladesh, and we want to thank Avi Trading for this because of them, cool and nice vehicles come to our country. So let's start with a little bit of history about the LC250. The LC250 is the successor of the very popular Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. The Toyota Land Cruiser Prado has a very big heritage over its head. The Toyota Land Cruiser is very complicated, but it's a very big heritage because the Land Cruiser is the big LC300 for the latest generation, and then you have the LC250, and then you have the LC70. So it's a bit complicated if you look at how many different Land Cruisers there is, but this is the LC250. This is the successor of the Land Cruiser Prado. From then, different generations and variants came along. The Land Cruiser Prado always had a 3-door model and a 5-door model, but now it only comes in a 5-door model. And the all-new Toyota Land Cruiser is not called the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado anymore. It's called the Toyota LC250. It has a shorter name, but why did Toyota do this? For the first time, the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado is an international model. This is not a Japanese domestic model anymore. I mean, this is the JDM model, but it's made for the international market as well. So now, if they added the Land Cruiser Prado, it would have been a bit complicated. So that's why they introduced it as the Toyota LC250. Nicer name, shorter name. It's nice for the international market. So that's why it's called the LC250. I just explained a huge thing to a lot of people. And I'm probably the first person to review this in Bangladesh, like always. But let's come to this car again. I'm going to get inside, turn the lights on, and then show you all of that. So if we come to the headlights, the Toyota LC250 gets two different headlights. One is the square and one is the circle. But what's so nice about the headlights? This headlight looks like very, historical, but it looks digital at the same time. You have the hazards here, everything's LED, everything is powered in a digital form. You have a headlight washer as well. But it looks old, but it actually is digital. If you look at the grille, it says Toyota in the middle. You have this nice looking honeycomb style design. You have two different styles of grille. I just wanted you to know that first. Very powerful looking headlights. You have very nice grilling area that make the car look much more nicer. And this overhead like chinish-ish thing kind of adds like a mustache, but it actually looks nice with the hood and everything. The old Land Cruiser Prado was like more like a luxury kind of design. The new one is like more like ruggedy style. If we come to the bottom section, you have the number plate slot right there. You have this body kit actually changes the front of the car because all of this, it wasn't there on the standard variant. You have these extra lights, you have the fog lights integrated, you have the parking sensors, you have a nice off-road chin, you have the front camera for the 360-degree camera. This makes the car look much more nicer. If you look at it as a front angle, but look at the side, just look how much more wider the car is because of the fender flares. With this kit and the wheels, everything with the fitment correct, this is actually a very nice looking vehicle. If we come a little on the top-ish on the hood, you have this very nice exposed trim for the windshield wipers. This actually makes it look like more like a ruggedy vehicle. Why did Toyota do this? Let's explain that now. Toyota wanted this car to be the biggest competitor of the Jeep Wrangler. The Jeep Wrangler is the most popular off-road SUV in the American and North American market. Toyota wanted to destroy that market and beat everybody there. They made the LC250 the most rugged vehicle you can buy. Now, the Toyota LC250 is the most popular off-road SUV in the American market and the North American market. So nobody buys the old Jeep Wrangler anymore because of how much this car got its love. But now let's come to the car's powertrain, and I will talk about how reliable the new LC250 is. So now let's talk about the car's powertrain. For that, I have to open the hood from the driver's side. Do that, and then there's on the front of the vehicle. If I just get this up and then put this back up, it's obviously Toyota, so no hydraulic struts, I guess. Just putting this in your mind, this is a 3 crore plus vehicle and it doesn't have a hydraulic strut. I mean, this is probably because of reliability, because this is never going to break. Your hydraulic struts are going to run out of springs. So let's come to the engine variants now. If I talk about the Japanese market, the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado always got 2 different engine variants, a diesel and a petrol. It's same now, but for the Japanese domestic model, there's only the petrol engine, because the diesel engine that was always provided, that engine is only for Middle East. And there's a 3rd engine variant for North American and American market, because the Land Cruiser Prado, the LC250 is actually hybrid, but not in Bangladesh. It's only for the American and North American market. It's a mild hybrid system. And now if we look at this vehicle's engine, if you guys come closer, first of all, you can see everything is a bit organized. It's nice how everything is, but you can kind of tell it looks like a Toyota. Why do I say that? Because on the different variant models, as a Japanese manufacturer, it's a bit different in terms of what's under the hood. Because if it was a German car, it would have been, everything would have been organized, everything would have been nice, like perfect. But since it's a Japanese vehicle, it looks like everything's a bit spread out. So in Bangladesh, we get the same engine like the previous generation. This car is producing a good amount of power. That actually makes you drive this car a bit more nicely than a normal CVT transmission. All of the power are going to the 4 of the wheels that actually make this car feel and drive the most smoothest thing ever. Not a Rolls Royce, I mean it's a Toyota at the end of the day. Let's close the hood because we're pretty much done. So let's just lift this a bit, put that back, and then get that closer and leave that. It's pretty nice how the car looks from the front end, but now I'm going to show you the car's side profile. The side profile of the LC250. Basically, it looks not as good, but because of this beautiful body kit, the car looks amazing. Start from the front end. First of all, this entire fender flare is from Wald. That's why it looks much more beefier and it actually suits the car. Same when it comes to these side drilling areas. It's artificial, but it makes the car look much more nicer. Let's come to the wheels. If they kept the stock wheels on this car, it would have looked like very funky-ish. But one thing that's very good is this car has Michelin Pilot Sport 4 SUV tires. These are like really sticky performance tires on an off-road vehicle. But with this body kit, no one would off-road their car. And these rims are probably the nicest rims that anybody can make, because Wald has this specific rims on a lot of body kits and it suits the car. You have 4-piston brakes at the front, you have independent suspension at the front as well. Overall, it's pretty organized. If I'm a little behind, the exterior mirror is pretty simple. You have your hazard slide on the sides and it makes it look like it's a pretty old-fashioned car, but everything's digital, trust me. If we come to the bottom section, deployable side steps would have been nice, but it's better to have these because these look nicer and these are much more durable. You have 2 light placements at the front as well for the side step. And it actually kind of looks very coolish, to be honest. Look at the rear fender flare, like look how wide this is. And look at the wheels. 295/40 ZR22s, that's the size of the rim and tires. I'm going to open the fuel cap and then I'm going to be back. Typical Toyota, you have to open it from the inside, but when you open it, you can fill up your 95-liter fuel tank that this car has. And it's pretty same as before because it has the same engine and same transmission. Overall, pretty nice. You have roof rails on the top, you have the rain shades on the sides. It looks really nice that I can't even explain with my words. Let's look at the car's rear. So, the rear of the LC250. This actually looks amazing. I said amazing, nice a lot of times, so I apologize for that. But if you look at the rear, overall how the entire car looks, it suits the car. I'm gonna get inside, turn the lights on first. Foot on the pressing the start button. This is with the full lights, this is with the rear fog as well, this is with the hazard, and this is with the reverse. If I come out now, so if you look at the tail lights have that same kind of effect as the headlight. It looks classy, but it's digital. You have really nice OLED tail lights with your hazards. These are your fog lamps, and overall it suits the car. You have Toyota at the center, you have Land Cruiser written right there, you have your rear entire section organized how Toyota wanted. The Land Cruiser is very nice over there, and then if you press this button, you can actually open the rear window like the old Land Cruiser Prado. So you can go like easy access. But the only reason Toyota introduced this because the old one opened like this, but the new one opens like this. So you clearly don't have that storage area issue anymore. But overall it's nice. You have the upper stop brake light here. If you look at the bottom, ruggedish over here, this body kit is absolutely beautiful. You have a rear F1 style design, that's your fog light. So if you buy this car, don't just keep that on because that has a purpose. Press this button, the power tailgate is going to lift up so you can get access to your storage area. The LC250 is also a 7-seater like its previous generation. If you look at the underfloor storage, you only have this area. You have your tools and pretty much it. You have a very nice section. You have a partial cover located here as well that all the way comes to like back here, where you can, put that, and pretty alright to be honest. A pretty good amount of storage, but it is a 7-seater. Can you sit in it? Yes. Will you be comfortable? Probably not, but it's overall nice. You have your trunk closing button and trunk closing and locking the car button. So there's two buttons over there, but the outside is okay. Let's actually see where the business is. Let's see how the interior feels on the 250. Getting inside, the opening is pretty good. You have a grab handle here to grab and get inside. The seats are comfy. The AC is blasting. Everything is nice, and you can put your hand here because the window and everything, like, you're lifted up so high that you have a very nice view outside. And the windows do probably go down fully. That's a check mark. You have a center armrest with two cup holders. That's nice. You have ISOFIX anchor points as well. That's also nice. And can you recline the seats? Yes, there's a button located here, and then if you just push it back, you can easily be comfortable here. Before, the AC vents were here, but now the AC vents are up here. That's actually good because you can kind of feel the air in your face a little more. But you have a one-zone climate control now. That's how you can control it. You have a power outlet and two USB-C type ports. And it says Land Cruiser if you forget what car you're in. Seat pockets are good enough, everything's good enough. The only thing that's missing is ambient lighting. But it's Toyota. For making your ambient, that reliability kicks in. Door's pretty simple. You have some soft touch materials with your door handle. You have your grab handle with your window opener, two cup holders, and your speaker. I don't know if it has JBL or not. I will find that out once I get inside the front. But just look how wide the tires are on this car because it sticks out so much. Now let's get inside the front. Oh wait, the driver's side. So now we're on the front seats. Look at the dash. Everything is completely different from the previous generation. Because look, there's a previous generation straight up there, and then this is the new generation. Just look how much road presence is different from the old model. Like how the dash goes, you have soft touch materials, you have your SRS airbag, you have your AC vent, more soft touch materials here, lockable glove box with decent amount of room. You have another SRS airbag here. The seats are very comfortable, heated and ventilated. The car has a sunroof. It doesn't have a panoramic roof, but it would have been nice if it did. And it actually opens up. For that, I have to put the car on its ignition. So that's for opening. It's pretty decent. Good amount of, opening. And then you could just press that. It's going to close by itself. It's pretty good. You have vanity mirrors on either side with a light. It actually helps at night. These are your microphones for your voice command. But let's actually talk about the car's infotainment system and all the tech that the new LC250 gets. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and then the car is going to turn on. The all new LC250 gets the Toyota built-in system. It's very easy to use, it's very nice, it does a nice animation. It is only touchscreen, that's the only downside for some people, because I love touchscreens, I don't know why. But it's pretty simple. You have your navigation where compass is located. Why? Because in Bangladesh, the navigation system doesn't work. So it only has the compass system. I mean, the compass just stays on. What's a compass system? Then you have your audio where you have your Bluetooth and all your other stuff. But this car actually has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You have your normal settings, and then you have your vehicle settings where you can control the climate, your driver recorder, trip information, your ETC, and your customization. And then if you go on apps, you have your operator service. That won't work in Bangladesh either. If you go on settings, you can control a lot more stuff from here. What's more important is all of the systems and stuff, but it's pretty easy to use this system overall. If I want to show you the 360-degree camera, I can put the car into reverse. That's with your reverse and your 360 together, because the car has adaptive guidelines as well. But if I want to show you the camera on a 360 view, that's like the inner version if you're off-roading this vehicle or something. If you want to see the outer version, you have that right there. And yeah, you can actually change the color and make the thing look as same as this car. But overall, it's pretty good. It's nice. It's not bad. That's pretty much it for the infotainment. You have two AC vents here with your hazards light. These are for your heated and ventilated seats, heating steering wheel, and your climate settings. Pretty simple 2-zone climate control. You have your power on and off button here for your infotainment system that controls the volume as well. 2 USB-C types. No wireless charger. It says Land Cruiser here. That's nothing. It just says Land Cruiser. Your ETC 2 second. Your parking brake, brake hold, traction control, and your high 4 and low 4 for your geek transmission. It's pretty nice how everything is. Let's come to the steering wheel. The steering wheel is kind of funky looking, but it's fully leather strapped. It's tilted telescopic manually. It's nice. And then you have the facial scanning module right there. These are for controlling that specific screen, your voice command. These are for all your cruise control and stuff. Now let me show you the car's driver's display. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, that's going to make you turn on the driver's display. Driver's display is pretty nice. You have your RPMs at the center with your speedo on the top and shows you which gear you're in. You have your fuel on this side. You have the car's engine temperature on this side. It's pretty simple how everything is, and you can actually kind of configure it. So in this information, you have your trip information right now, but you can go to settings. You can turn off a lot of stuff like your lane keep assist, your blind spot monitoring, your automatic braking assist, your parking sensors. Then you have your rear cross traffic alert, your automatic rear trunk not opening. This is for your safe exit assist, and then you have a lot of stuff. But what I wanted to show you is if you go on meter settings, you can actually kind of change the meter's design. So if you go on meter style, you have like tough, I don't know why they call it tough, but you have sporty as well. So I'm going to leave it at sporty at the meantime, because how do I know this? It's because the Toyota new system, it's pretty easy to use and it's pretty nice. Then if you go on the thing, you have your trip information, media, you have your all of your different stuff for your cruise control, and then you have your fuel economy and everything. It's pretty nice how everything is, in my opinion. Over this side is your windshield wiper control. Your start button is back there. Over here is your high beam and hazard. Pretty cool, not gonna lie. Pretty nice to sit in the driver's seat as well. The car does not have a heads-up display, but we would appreciate it if it did. Now let me show you the car's door. First of all, you have this very nice AC vent. That's how you close it and that's how you open it. You have the car's Twitter on the top, and then if you come below, you have your instrument clusters brightness. You have the rear automatic braking assist, your auto headlights, trunk opening, headlight washer. This is your electronic toll collection. This is how you open the hood. This is how you open the fuel tank. You have your brake pedal, you have your gas pedal, and you have your dead pedal. Seats are powerly controlled for only the driver. If you look at the door, you have the door opener here, you have the window openers here, the window lockers here, the exterior mirror controllers here, which are lock and unlock. You have your grab handle, soft touch with white stitching. You have your bottle holders with a puddle light on the side. Now let's exit the vehicle because we're pretty much done. So if you like this review, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I want to say thanks to Avi Trading once again for providing the all-new LC250 to me. This was, why didn't I review the LC250 before? I can do the LC250 or any car whenever I want, but I want to review the most unit that comes to our country. That's why I have a problem now, because before I was the only person in Bangladesh who used to say the first one, but now I'm a bit delayed because I wasn't in the country for like 2 years, so let me come back to the Prime again. But this is officially the first ever review of the Toyota LC250 in Bangladesh, and I did it for you guys. I forgot to show you the keys, so the key is pretty simple. You have your lock, unlock, trunk opening, Toyota logo, and then it says Land Cruiser at the back. Until then, I'll see you next time.